Alright guys, welcome back to an Englishman and an Irishman with me, Marky Mark. Yes, the sun is shining outside. It is absolutely beautiful and I'm stuck in here doing a video for some reason. Anyway, forget that, I shall be out after. We are going to be taking a look at the SXK HMMR bridge, okay? So we're going to drop down, show you what you get in the package, show you around the bridge, build it of course, and then we'll come back up and talk about it and I'll tell you what I think, alright? Let's fucking have it. So, alright guys, we're going to have a look around this SXK HMMR, or Hammer. This is the Hammer bridge. So this is what it looks like. Nicely done. These things down here are little airflow inserts, so I'll just pop them away for a second and we'll show you them when we get to the deck. So starting on top, we've got a chimney section which pops out with an O-ring. No issues with this, I've had no leaking or anything like that. It stays, once it goes in, it stays in absolutely fine. Now, the only thing I will say with this is, and you don't get an adapter, it will not fit this style of box, okay? It has to go in the old style glass, getting camera mark, in the old style glass body. Now, I'm not sure if you can get an extension piece for it. I really don't know, but this is just how it came in my box, okay? So that's the top section there. Let's take this piece off. This is our top cap, few machine marks in there, and this is quite thin guys, it is quite thin, so just be careful because it is quite sharp. Now what I want to show you is once I pop this on, so here is the top one is your juice flow, that's where your wick will go, okay, so that's where your juice comes in. Your bottom one is your airflow, okay, so that's where your airflow comes in, so it will come in through these bottom pins here, and through there to your coil, and then obviously up through the chimney. So let's pop this piece off. Now before I show you the deck, there's a piece on here, as you can see, this just unscrews, and what this allows you to do is, and don't lose that guys, and I've actually forgot once I've built it to put it on, to put it back on, so just remember. And then that just allows you to screw it onto any mod just to build it, so there's no separate section, if you like. You know what you get with a lot of bridges, you get that separate section which you have to screw on or unscrew something, screw that on. It's a pain in the arse. This is nice and easy, just unscrew that and then that will just go back on, and like I say, just be careful not to lose it because it is quite flimsy. And like I say, they are your airflow down there. So looking at the deck, there it is, very simple two-post deck. You can see this slot here, this is our airflow focusing camera, and there's our post holes. Nice and simple to do, two grub screws on top, O-ring around the side, nice and easy to do. And what you will notice with this one is there's no wicking port, so what you do, you just cut your wick, and you'll see it in the build, just cut your wick flush to that deck, and then once you pop this on, your wick will sit. You should have a little bit coming out, but not too much, and it will just sit absolutely perfect in line with these holes here. We have got HMMR laser etched onto the side. Now I want to show you these quickly. So you do get these airflow inserts for mouth to lung and stuff like that. So you'll see there, that's a 1-pin, so you got one on the side and one on the top, and all you would do is simply just slot that in to your, let's say you want to use mouth to lung, just to tighten up that drawer, just slap it in there, and you can see it restricts the airflow. To get it out, just go through the back, pop that out, Bob's your uncle. Now I've been running this with no airflow inserts in because I like a direct to lung vape, but if you did want to do mouth to lung, it does work very well in mouth to lung as well. So guys, let's go and build this sucker. Right guys, that was a look around the SXK HMMR. Fucking hell, fire a bit cloudy. So the reason why I bought this is because it's versatile, okay? It's very, very versatile. So I'm not going to go through many specs because it's a bridge, but it's made from 316 stainless steel. You get, so inside the package, I'm going to tell you about the inserts. You get 7 altogether, so you get 2 with a one hole equals 1mm. You get 2 inserts with the 2 holes, which is 2mm, and you get 2 short inserts to use the full airflow, 4mm, and you get 1 that's just like a blank, just to blank one side off. I don't know why you would want to fucking do that, to be honest, but listen, it is what it is. I've been using it without any, okay, without any, because for me it's a perfect draw like that, which we'll talk about. So I'll start with build quality on this one. Not the best, alright, it's not the best from SXK, I've got to say. A lot of machine marks on it, as you saw inside, and that top cap, not the chimney, but the actual top cap is very, very thin. It is very, very thin, so I would be careful with that, because yeah, I think if you drop it or anything like that, or squeeze it a little too hard, you could bend it. It's that thin, and it's very, very sharp as well on the bottom, so just be careful of that. The rest of it's not too bad, to be honest. The grub screws are absolutely perfect. The chimney on top, even though it's held in with an O-ring, I've had no issues with it whatsoever, okay, no issues, no leaking. Once it's in, and it stays in. Now, do bear in mind, over time of pulling that in and out, you might compromise that O-ring, so you do get a couple of spurs in the box, which is good, because like I say, once you're taking that in and out all the time and building it, that O-ring is going to go, especially if you're using strong juices like I use, the black with aniseed and stuff like that, and in menthols. I think that O-ring could swell and compromise over time, but you do get a spur, so that is a good thing. I do like the system on the bottom where you just unscrew that little ring and then you can just put it onto, it becomes a 510, so you can just screw it onto your mod. I've got a few bridges that need adapters, like the Insider, I've got the Mission, stuff like that, and you've got to fuck about putting an adapter on. It's a bit of a pain in the arse, to be honest. This is very, very simple. I know there's others like this. You know, I'm not banging the drum saying it's innovative or anything like that. It's just easy. It's just makes life so much fucking easier than fucking about with an extension and then putting it on a mod. Pain in the arse. So I do like that, although that is very, very flimsy as well, so just be careful you don't lose it. And I've built this a few times now, and what I've done a couple of times is, once I've built it, forgot to put it back on. I don't know if that's going to make a massive difference, because I realised pretty much straight away, so just screwed it on inside the thing. But just remember to put it back on, okay? Now, another thing that's one of the main cons I've got with this is it will not fit in your PC borrow tanks like this, because this has a wider hole on the top with an O-ring in on most of them. So it will not fit in this because the hole's smaller. It fits inside the traditional, as I've shown you down low, the traditional glass borrow tanks. Not a massive issue for me because I've got quite a few of these, but for some people that could be a game changer and a deal breaker. I don't know why they didn't really put an extra chimney in, a wider chimney, so it could fit in your PC borrow tanks, because I think they're pretty much the standard now for, especially since, I don't know, since borrows become mainstream. I think they're pretty much the standard that people like to use now, just because they're easier. You're not fucking away with glass and gaskets and stuff like that. So that is a con. That is a con. Now then, building on it, piece of piss, absolute fucking walk in the park. You could do it blindfolded. I could do it with sunglasses on. It really is that easy. It is, depending on which way you wind your coil, it is dependent on that. So if you do it the opposite way, I think anti-clockwise, wind your coil that way, your coil's going to be underneath. So just leave a little more leg just so you can pull it up. If it's wound clockwise, it'll fit in absolutely no problem. So just bear that in mind. If your coil is underneath, just leave an extra 2mm on your leg just so you've got room to pull it up, and you won't have an issue. Because I've got a few coils like that, and I did it the first time and had no issues whatsoever. Wicking it. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. As you saw, there's no wicking holes or anything like that you have to tuck it in, fuck about. You just cut it level with a deck, juice it up, and just make sure there's no wick caressing that O-ring, because it will get stuck once you put that top cap on. So just fluff it up, tuck it in, and then just pop your top cap on, and that's it. You don't have to do anything. It will wick absolutely phenomenally, like it is doing for me. So that's very, very simple as well. So listen, I think it's an all-round really good bridge. I do, for the money as well. I think I picked this up from eSig1 for about 24 quid, I think, off the top of my head. And like I say, the reason I got it is because it's versatile, very, very versatile. I have used it in motorlung and it works absolutely beautifully. And it works beautifully because of them big wicking holes as well. I find with a lot of motorlung devices, the wicking's just a little, especially with bridges, the wicking can be a little finicky. It can when it comes to motorlung. Direct lung, I don't really have an issue, but motorlung, I've got a couple of bridges there that don't really perform as they should. This performs absolutely beautifully with the 1mm, the one hole pins in. It works flawlessly. So that's a big pro for me. It is a big pro, and the reason is because I don't have to fuck about changing my coil either. I can just pop them in, turn the wattage down a bit, and I can motor lung on exactly the same setup that I've got in there. I don't have to change anything. I don't have to change the coil or anything like that. So for me, that's a big pro, and that's the main reason I bought it. So just because it's versatile, I think it's worth it. I do. I think it's a really, really good bridge. Obviously, there's better out there. There's a lot worse out there. But for me, it does everything that I wanted it to do when I bought it. Let me have another toot. And by the way, guys, this coil that I put in, as you saw, is reading 0.73. Should be a 0.7, but 0.73, and I've got this at 25 watts. Let's check it out on the billet box. Clouds for days, bro. Clouds for days. Right, guys, thanks for watching this review, and I'll be back. I don't know when I'll be back, but I'll be back with some other fucking review. I might actually do the SXK KF X, because I really like that tank, and yeah, I might do that one because I don't think I've seen many reviews for the SXK version. So thanks for watching, guys. Make sure to hit that subscribe, hit that bell button for notifications on the channel, and I'll catch you on the next one. Laters.
Fuck this shit, I'm out. Fuck this shit, I'm out. No thanks. Don't mind me. I'ma just grab my stuff and leave. Excuse me, please. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Nope. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Alright then. I don't know what the fuck just happened, but I don't really care. I'ma get the fuck up out of here.